Clerks, a movie about two convenience store workers at the Quick Stop named Dante and Randall. A movie trilogy that has spanned since the year of 1994, each taking place almost a decade after each other. For the most part, not really. Clerks 2 was like 2006, and Clerks 3 was 2022. So technically, yes. Anyways, the story of Clerks has spanned over this many years and it's taken this long to finally finish the trilogy that has been started since the original Clerks movie. And I've only just viewed the first two movies in the past 2 days, on Monday and Tuesday. It's Wednesday, the day I'm filming this. And if you follow me on Letterboxd and on Instagram, I gave the first movie a 10 out of 10 because that movie is pure perfection. Nothing wrong with that movie at all. Just beautiful, in and out, just hilarious, funny, perfection as it is. And I gave the second Clerks 2 and I gave the second Clerks 2. Yeah, I gave Clerks 2 an 8 out of 10. I love that movie, but I think it just wasn't in the Quick Stop, which is where this story always should have been, always should have taken place. But I understand where they were going with Clerks 2, and it was still a great movie. But here and Clerks 3, we finally come back to the Quick Stop, and, well, here we are. Clerks 3. I just came back from seeing this movie with my dad at the Palace Station, at the fancy theater, where they came up and took an order for popcorn. Very funny. I've never been to that theater before, but it's funny how, again, like I said, I've never been to that theater, nor that casino. Surprisingly, after 19 years of being alive, I've never been in stepped foot in that casino once in my life, but I finally went in. The theater's really nice as hell, but anyway, I should roll the intro. So yeah, theater. Anyways, let's get to this review. Roll the intro. Hello everybody, welcome back to ThatGuyNick. Sorry I had to do that little jaunt there just to get into this review. Welcome to another review. Today I'm reviewing Clerks 3. Like I said, I had just viewed the first two movies Monday and Tuesday as I'm filming this on Wednesday. And then me and my dad already bought tickets before I viewed the first two movies. I had already decided to watch those movies, but I was planning on like, when are we seeing the movie? And then I'll catch up on the two movies. But what it was is I didn't expect to love these two movies so goddamn much, to where I was so excited to see the third one, to see where the story continues. So, Clerks 3, it was everything I wanted. And you're gonna see a little small one-worded clip from my dad that I caught up really quick on. I was like, what's your review for Clerks 3 really quick? You'll see that later. But it's literally what I wanted from a Clerks movie. It was funny, it was heartwarming, it was sad, it was perfect. Just absolutely amazing. Every second of this movie was really good. Seeing Jay and Silent Bob again Again, they just had a Jay and Silent Bob reboot back in 2 years ago. So it's funny seeing these characters back, and I love Jay and Silent Bob. Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith do wonders as these characters, and I love those two so much. But what the story is about Dante and Randall, and who plays Dante. I remember the name, but I have it up just so I can read it, if I can get it right. Brian O'Halloran is just amazing as Dante. He's been playing this character since 1994, obviously through different time periods. But I love Dante and I love Brian. He's so good at the character. And Jeff Anderson as Randall, I fucking love Randall. He's an asshole, but I goddamn love the character. And the friendship that Dante and Randall have is amazing, and honestly reminds me of some of my friendships, because the shit we talk about is basically some of the stuff they talk about, just random BS. And sometimes we get into stupid fights that ends with one of us being like, hey, I'm sorry, or either not even sorry, we just kind of look at each other and we go, we're fine, we'll get over it, it's all good. That's literally what it is, and that's what I've learned about all these movies. is that there was a friendship there. That is the core of these movies. There's a family, there's a friendship, and Randall, and without Randall and Dante, there was no Clerks, because that's what these two characters are. These two characters make these movies. And, I mean, shit, without Kevin Smith, there's no Clerks, because Kevin Smith worked in a convenience store. He worked at the Quick Stop, which is a real place in New Jersey. He worked and he dealt with customers like these. And he looks back on these experiences with happiness, because that's what gave him the ideas to make this stuff, to create these stories. And I love Kevin Smith. I've always loved Kevin Smith since watching the Comic Book Men show that was on, I forgot what it was. But I've always loved Kevin Smith, even as a writer as well. And, you know, watching Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and seeing him just around or whatever. I mean, I've never met the man. I would love to meet Kevin Smith in person. I don't mean any of these people in person, to be honest, but Kevin Smith is seems like such a cool guy, and I've heard many stories that he is. He writes and he directs this movie with such ease, because he knows what he's doing, and he has such passion about these characters and all these, because these guys are his best friends, and these people are his friends, and he has such interconnectivity with these guys that he knows that they can pull this off and they can do it. And, you know, his writing is always amazing, and it's funny and it's quippy, and it's always it's perfect. You know, I love his writing. So going into Clerks 3, I was like, I know I'm gonna have a good time. I know I'm gonna enjoy this movie, and I did. I loved every second of this movie. It was beautiful. In all reality, it was perfect. Even if I watch this movie a second time, I'm gonna love it the same exact way. This movie is amazing, and that's what's at the core of it, is the relationship between Dante and Randall, and obviously the other characters. Eli from the second movie. I love Eli. He's fucking hilarious in this shit. Again, Silent Bob and Jay, absolutely amazing. New character that came in, Blockchain. He's hilarious, man. These characters, even old characters that came back, they're all written so well and so funny, and just the relationship with everybody, and everybody connects with each other. Everybody knows each other. Of course, Rosario Dawson comes back as Becky. It was great. Everyone did such a good job, and I loved every second of this movie. I was cackling up. There was one moment in this movie where I was just crying of laughing, and it was amazing. Hell, dude, I cried at the end of the movie because of how perfect it was. I loved this movie. I did. It hit such a soft spot in my heart that I can't talk about it because of spoilers, which I will get into, but it hit such a spot in my heart because of what it meant in the end, especially in the third act. And I'm so glad that I was never spoiled for this movie, because I would have been pissed, because just absolutely perfect this movie was. The directing, the score, the music that they chose for this movie, God, it was all perfect. And the writing is amazing, man. I mean, I love Kevin Smith as a writer, dude. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to make good jokes. I laugh at almost all the shit he does, because it's smart shit, but it's also stupid. Like, he knows what to do with comedy. He knows what he's doing, and I fucking love the guy for it. So love this movie. Anyways, that's the end of my spoiler-free review. So here's a clip of my dad saying his quick, small, little spoiler-free review for Clerks 3. I hope you enjoy it, so just watch that really quick. Dad, really quick, give me a spoiler-free review for the movie. It's for the video.
For Clerks?
Yes, for Clerks 3. Give me a spoiler-free review. Yes. I need better lighting.
What do you want me to say?
Just say whatever you thought about the movie. Spoiler-free, though. Don't spoil anything.
Don't spoil the movie?
Yes.
It's everything you wanted. But didn't know you wanted it. Right?
Yeah. It's pretty perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Dad. Welcome back. So, I'm back into spoilers. So, again, timestamp right here. Skip to that whenever you want. And if you're still here, then it's gone. Didn't stop there. But now it's time to get into spoilers. So, why did it hit me in such a soft spot? Well, the friendship between Randall and Dante. It reminds me of a lot of my friendships. It reminds me of the brotherhood I have with these guys. Dante and Randall aren't just friends in these movies; they're brothers. They've known each other for since they were 12 years old in the movie timeline, and just that friendship that they have just reminded me of a lot of my friendships. And what happens in the movie is, at the end of the movie, Dante passes away. He dies of a heart attack. He doesn't make it. So of course, if you've seen the trailers of the movie, Randall wants to make a movie because he had a heart attack and he survived, and he wants to make a movie to try to, live his life, to share his story. And then at the end of the movie, they get into one big argument, and basically the movie is the original first Clerks movie, and they get Randall and Dante get into a big argument about, this isn't your story, Randall. This is our story. And after that big fight, when obviously Dante was drunk, because there was one scene in the movie where they were going to film out of movies, the fictional fast food chain in the movie, and in the movie we find out that Becky had passed away, and so did the daughter, in a drunk car accident, drunk driving accident. Some drunk driver hit them, and of course, Becky was still pregnant with the baby, and they passed away. So Dante was broken because of that, and he had to live with that. And he still hadn't moved on at that point. So this big fight broke out, and he passed out in the convenience store, and he wasn't moving. He was just out. And I just completely blocked that part out. So they were going to the movies where he worked at. And he couldn't go in there because that was the movies that he met Becky at. So he couldn't go in, he ran off. And that's why in the fight, in the later scene, he was so pissed and he was so mad at him, because this is our story. So you're selfish. Oh, you just had a heart attack. And, when are you going to keep playing that card? And he got so pissed that he passed out. And at the end, towards the end, Randall quickly edited the movie together, and he went to the hospital, and Dante's in the hospital bed, and he has a tube in him, and he's awake, but Randall walks up to him, and he tells him, he's like, this is our movie, and he shows him basically the original Clerks movie, and he's like, you were always the star of the movie, you were always my hero, and he was watching it, and he was showing the original Clerks movie, and just we cut to a scene where Dante in his head, he's in a movie theater watching it, and Becky is next to him, and Dante says, I think it's time to leave, and Becky stands up, and she's like, they both stand up, and she's like, don't you want to see how it ends? And he's like, I trust the director. And it ends, and Dante dies. And then we're at his funeral, and Randall goes up to his coffin. He's like, I don't even know what to say. And he says, you're not supposed to be here. Which is a callback to the line in the first movie where he says, I'm not supposed to be here. So what really touched me was the fact that it's that friendship, it's that bond, I'm joking up about it right now. It's that friendship, it's that bond, and it's what made this movie better, even more. It's what made me love this movie even more is that, I watched this friendship grow within 3 days. Watching these movies, and they may fucking fight all the time. They may be dramatic. They may be funny all the time. But they love each other. They're brothers, and that's what I think of most of my friends. They're brothers for me. Sorry, I had to get a hit of water. My throat is getting dry. They're brothers to me, and if I ever lost one of them, it's like, what the shit? I wouldn't know what to do, you're not supposed to be here. And that's why I was so touched, and so it hit my heart because it's just that friendship. And not only that, it's because I loved Dante and I loved the relationship and the friendship, you know. That's why it hit me so hard. And it's just that part of the movie, just that whole entire third act is just what got me. And then at the end, you know, Eli's been promoted and he's working behind the desk, the cash register. And he's like, "This was Mr. Dante's spot." And Randall was like, "You know, I told you back then when we were working at movies, you know, when Dante leaves, you're gonna be my best friend, because who else am I gonna hang out with?" And then Elias leaves because Jay and Silent Bob walk in looking for the crypto kites that are basically they're gonna make giant joints with. And they walk off to the side, and then Randall's playing with the rubber band, and he's like, and he stands there, and he's like, "I wish you were here, man." And then Dante shows up to the side, and it's just, you know, that's how the movie ends. How the first one ended with the pullback. That's how the second one ended in black and white with the pullback and the quick stop, you know. And it's just that's how it is, you know. Just such a beautiful movie, man. Anyway, welcome back to the non-spoiler video. End of the video. This is where I finally go over my final full review of the movie without spoilers. So, Clerks 3. If you watch the whole video, if you just watch the spoiler-free part, you know, I love this movie. It touched me in a way that I didn't expect, and it's just amazing in every single way. And you know, with movies like these, it's not a movie. It's like, oh, I gotta turn my brain off to enjoy it. No, you know, I don't think, to be honest, I don't really like using the term, "Oh, I gotta turn my brain off to enjoy this movie." No. If you want to watch a movie, you have to turn your brain on to really get it. And if you hate that movie, then you hate that movie. If you love that movie, then you love that movie. And I had my brain fully on doing this movie, and I loved every part of it. Every joke I laughed at, every scene I smiled at, I frowned at because it was sad, or I cried. And that's what happened. And this movie is just perfect, in all honesty. I can't find anything wrong with this movie, and even if I watch it again, I'm not going to find anything wrong with it. I love this movie to death. So I think you all know the score for this movie is going to be. It's going to be a flat out fucking 10 out of 10, all day, all night, every single day of the week, a whole year round, a whole 9 yards, every single day, 10 out of goddamn 10. This movie is fucking perfect and amazing and beautiful, cinematic, literally peak cinema. You see those movies all the time. That's literally what this is. Peak goddamn cinema. Perfection. That's what this movie is. And it just goddamn, dude. I knew I was gonna love it. I knew I was gonna get. I didn't know. I was like, yep, I'm probably gonna end up thinking it's great. You know, oh yeah, 8 out of 10. You know, just my casual score that I give. Actually, it's hard to get an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. In my point of view, it's hard to get an 8 out of 10. You really gotta push that limit there. But dude, you give me a 10 out of 10, that means you went the whole 9 yards, like I said. So that's what this movie is. Whole goddamn 9 yards, 10 out of 10, perfection. So that's what I think of Clerks 3. The end of a trilogy that spanned over two decades, basically. From I don't even know if 2 decades. I'm probably getting it wrong, but that's really what this is. One trilogy that has spanned this long finally ended in a way I didn't expect, but a way I loved. So that's the end of this video, everybody. I hope you enjoy this video. If you can, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with a review for Don't Worry Darling, which I'm seeing with my cousin and my sister. So you'll probably see them in the video as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.